you keep on growing, and man, you got quotes coming in from every which way. The phone's ringing. You got to get ready for the next job the next day. And good gosh, it's stressful. It is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a firm believer that you have to keep on taking it as far as you can as a small business owner until you realize that, okay, now I got to start adding another layer. If you
Mm-hmm.
want to grow a business, you're gonna have to go as far as you can, stretch yourself to the limits, like kind of paddling upstream into some rough water, right? Smooth sailing at first, all life is good. Now you get into some rough water and you got all different angles thrown at you.
Mm-hmm.
And how are you going to handle them? Are you just going to clam up, give up, and quit? Because those people will go away, right? They'll go away. If you're not
Mm-hmm.
answering the phone, you're not responding to them, they'll try to find somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you going to accept the challenge and keep on going? And if your goal is to grow, then take it as far as you can to the extreme and say, all right, it's time to add another person. So for me, that benchmark is very similar to the way I started the business. Um, I knew that I couldn't go full time until I had at least 60 days of work,
Mm.
right?
Okay.
I need a 60-day runway. At least that's how I looked at the numbers and thought that that was the best fit. So as I stretch myself out in this business now, it's another, I want another 30 to 45 days of booked business because I've got no problem generating leads. So now it's the next step of bringing in another qualified person that can handle this business. And then we go get more business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what's that next step then for you? Is it a technician? Is it an office manager? Have you thought about that next step to kind of, level up and hit that next level of growth?
I think
'Cause it
about it.
sounds like you're kind of stretched right now. Am I
I'm,
right? You're reaching the ceiling?
yeah, I'm stretched out and I've talked about this. We've talked about virtual assistants, weigh the options in the business that we're in right now with doing a lot of handyman work. And I have a couple multi-day projects that are on the books. It's like, well, another handyman, working another 30 to 40 hours a week would be good.
Right.
But the phone's still ringing and the thank you cards need to be taken care of. So, the first step more realistically for me is to get that assistant.
Right.
Um, a 10 to 15 hour employee that, or, a contracted virtual assistant would be really helpful. And that can handle some of those admin needs. So that's going to be the next step for me before I want to take that off my plate
Mm.
and know that that stuff is taken care of and they can manage my schedule a little bit better for me. And that I can be more in the field and then take the next step with the next handyman to come on.
Awesome. Yeah. From our conversation, I kind of had in the back of my mind, I was like, it sounds like Eric needs like someone to help with the phones and follow ups because you like being in the field. So
Yeah.
it's good to have that flexibility too as you look navigating growing your business. Like, what do I want to keep?
Mhm.
Because I enjoy it.
Right.
So that's great.